Well, sometimes you just need a quick and easy meal straight from the freezer or the pantry. Well, today we have just the thing in this week's Brittany's Bites. Okay, so today is a bit of a continuation from last week. If you remember, I made fried rice last week with some very simple ingredients right out of the freezer because it was National Frozen Foods Day. So I used half actually of this bag of frozen peas and carrots. So I wanted to make something else that I also usually make with that in my own freezer. I thought, hey, I went back and forth, so I thought I'd just make both. So today we're making pasta primavera with some veggies right out of the freezer. I don't know about you, but I often buy all of these veggies thinking about all of these things I can make at the store, and then when I get them home, I never go through them all. So it's nice to have a couple of frozen things on hand. A few simple ingredients here, right out of your cupboard, right out of your freezer. So along with these frozen peas and carrots, I have some frozen chopped broccoli. I love this for stir fries and other things as well. So to get started, we are just going to put a little olive oil here in our pan that's already heating up, and we're just gonna soften up those vegetables a little bit, cook them up in our pan. Yep, it's already good to go. So I don't know about measurements here. We're gonna kind of eyeball it. However many vegetables you want. I love a lot of vegetables, so I'm gonna put that much in. And then obviously add some broccoli as well. Got a lot of greens in this, right? Okay. I'm just gonna stir that up and then cook it down, and then we'll go on to our next step. I'll try to keep everything in the pan though. That's key. Okay, so these are almost cooked through here. So I'm gonna zhuzh it up just a little bit. You do not have to do this. I like a little spice, so I'm just gonna put in some hot red pepper flakes. Yeah, that's gonna be pretty spicy. You don't have to do that much. And then normally I just always do fresh garlic, but I'm trying to stick with sort of what you have in your cupboard, what you have in your freezer. So if you have these little jars of garlic, I'm just gonna put a little bit of that in. Now your sauce may be flavorful enough. You don't have to do this, that's for sure. And speaking of sauce, I just bought a jar of Alfredo sauce in the grocery store aisle. Whatever one is your favorite, whatever one's the cheapest, go for it. All right, these are almost cooked down, and then we'll add the sauce. Okay, these have heated up nicely now, so we are ready for our next step. Very, very simple, right? We just went from freezer to now, pull this out of your kitchen cabinet, whatever sauce you want, pour right in there. You're gonna cook that down. Let's see, I don't know if this, oh yeah, it will fit in. Don't wanna be wasteful, right? Okay, we're gonna stir that up, let it cook down just a little bit. Of course, prior to getting started, I cooked up the pasta, whatever pasta you like. I'm really liking the chickpea pasta that you can get these days. So this one is chickpea linguine. Okay, I also like to add this on at the end, but especially with creamy sauces, boy, do I love pepper and a lot of it. So I'm gonna do some fresh ground pepper in here right now, and then I'm gonna put some on at the end as well. Okay, let that cook down a little bit more. We want everything to sort of, all those flavors to come together. Meanwhile, over here, as I mentioned, I do have my linguine ready to go. Here we go. It's been sitting for a minute, so it's a little bit stuck together, but once we stir it up in that pasta sauce and get it all saucy, it'll be good to go. I don't know about you, I can never measure out the appropriate amount of pasta when I'm cooking. I know they have those little tools where this circle means this many servings, etc. I don't have one of those. I eyeball it. It's wrong every time. Maybe I need to get one of those for Christmas. I don't know. All right, I can see it starting to bubble a little bit over here. That's when you know it's about time to add this in. And if you want really al dente pasta, you can maybe even undercook it a little bit when you're putting it on the stove in the water, heavily salted water, by the way, to begin with, because you can cook it up and finish it off in this sauce here. Okay, for our purposes, we're just gonna go ahead with this. I'm gonna add a little bit at a time because, again, I'm not sure how my measuring went. I think I want a little bit more than this. Stir it all together. I think this is good. I hate to waste any pasta though, so I might put at least one more little scoop in there. And then this is our last step. How easy was that, right? things that you already have probably on hand in your freezer and in your kitchen. And this is a family meal. You know, it would be a great addition, of course, some chicken. If you have some leftover chicken, you can slice it up, dice it up, pour it right in here, and there you go. Let's serve it up and see how it looks. Oh, I am messy all the time. Do the little twist, right? Get my extra peed. Now that looks pretty. And then we're going to put my favorite thing right on top, a couple more cracks of fresh ground black pepper, and there you have beautiful pasta primavera straight from your freezer. Cheers. Well, if you have a recipe to share, maybe a picture of one of your versions of my recipes, I love getting those too, or maybe an idea for a future segment, you can just text us at 614-460-3345 or find me on social media. And Ross was just sharing.
That looks good.
That, yeah, you love peas, and I have another pea-related recipe coming up in the future.